Special. I am Morgan Webb.
And I'm Adam Sessler. We're coming to you from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles. Today, you'll find out everything you need to know about Fallout 3 straight from Todd Howard and the team at Bethesda. We'll take you inside the game's apocalyptic future, see what's become of a bombed-out Washington, D.C., and bring you an exclusive look at Rivet City, a society thriving inside a wrecked aircraft carrier.
Plus, the game's creative team will explain how this RPG shooter works. They'll walk us through the role-playing elements that will keep you up all night trying to improve your agility. Then we'll educate you in the ways of VATS, the Vault-Tec Assisted Targeting System, and show you how easy it is to blow your enemies to pieces.
And for you aspiring game developers, executive producer Todd Howard returns with more sage advice in Todd Time. Now, Fallout 3, first and foremost, is an open-world game. While that means you're less likely to run into invisible walls and a rigid story, it also means that you could get lost in meaningless tasks and sightseeing. We sat down with the crew at Bethesda to find out how they walked this tightrope. The developers at Bethesda are great at many things, especially creating living, breathing worlds for all to enjoy. The vast open universe of Fallout 3 is no exception. Developers went to great lengths to ensure that players would stay plugged in for the long haul.
So there's a main quest, and then do you have a lot of side quests?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably about 20 to 25 hours to complete the main quest if you really kind of stick to it. But there's probably 100 hours of gameplay in the game, so there's so much other stuff to do out in the world.
The world of Fallout 3 is a sprawling post-apocalyptic landscape.
The big thing with our vision is it's DC. You know, it's DC 200 years after nuclear war, so it's, you know, what would that look like? What would it feel like?
As you can imagine, the game's universe is scattered with repurposed technology and communities built partially out of scrap heaps.
So you get Megaton, that's built out of a downed jetliner, and then Rivet City, which is really cool, which is the biggest city, which is built, you know, inside a beached aircraft carrier. So the idea is, oh, you know, down by the naval yard, you have a beached aircraft carrier, and the humans would be like, let's go in there.
Overall, the world of Fallout 3 is way bigger than developers initially planned.
Okay, I think back to when the game was just a twinkle in everybody's eye, and then think about how the game looks right now. I mean, how is it different than it was originally imagined?
We always start like, okay, we're only doing something this big, because we always get ourselves like way in over our heads when we make our games with features and size. And so we try to design a game to be smaller this time, but then we kept like, oh, I have a cool idea, and making the world bigger. So we inflated the world where it ended up being about twice the size in the outside.
How do you keep people on track? You could run west and never get anything done.
The main thing is just to have a nice, clear log of objectives. You know, we've made that a lot clearer in this game, so it's very just simple. You need to talk to this person.
I have a feeling about you.
Or you need to get this piece of information, and then if we've already told you where that is, like it's in a specific town, you have to talk to this guy. And it's not really a mystery. We you know, on the map is a dot.
With a painstakingly detailed world, players will feel very tempted to explore.
I'm really proud how, you know, we've managed to get all that together in a cohesive, you know, consistent experience that, you know, is a lot of fun. I've been playing the game myself for a while, and it just does not get old.
Sounds like we'll have to set aside plenty of time to explore the vast open world of Fallout 3.
As we've read in The Road, surviving the apocalypse is no easy task. Well, with all the mutant cannibals and, well, you know, Fallout.
So to help you carry the fire, here are the top 5 ways to survive in Fallout 3. Number 5 is get a hold of a fat man. No, we're not talking about William Conrad. This is the portable nuclear bomb gun that Sarah Palin wants to be able to hunt moose with.
Number 4 is consult your Pip-Boy 3000. It's like the iPhone of the apocalypse, but probably with better battery life. Number 3 is find a friend, preferably a robot. That way, when they start telling you about how cute their new dog is for the 1000th time, you can just turn them off.
Coming in at number 2 is watch out for radiation. Hey, if it can kill former Russian spies, then it can kill you too. And number 1 is get familiar with VATS. This system allows you to target specific body parts. But unlike Butters, you can't shoot people in the junk.
Most people know Bethesda as the developers of Oblivion and Fallout 3 and for creating open-world games with plenty of choice. Now, believe it or not, the company started off on a different path, even making games about John Connor's nemesis.
Fallout 3 is not the first Bethesda game to deal with a post-nuclear nightmare.
You got something you want to prove, boy?
In the early 90s, they worked on several PC games with the Terminator license. But Bethesda's pedigree as an open-world game developer had its humble beginnings in 1994 with the release of The Elder Scrolls Arena. What was kind of the turning point from sort of the older school games that you guys were working on?
Well, Arena actually started out as a gladiator combat game. It was just going to be sort of straight guys in arena fighting it out, and it kind of evolved from that to like, well, what if you could go around outside of the arena and go do stuff, and it sort of turned into this giant go anywhere you want and do anything you want game. So I think the real turning point for us was probably in 1999. Our company got acquired by ZeniMax Media, which is our parent company, and really brought us resources and the freedom to say, you guys can go do whatever, and what do you want to do? And so I think that was the point at which we branched out and brought Morrowind out in 2002.
Go ahead.
In Morrowind, the big development on that was actually the tools to make the game.
My patience is limited.
Was the thing that almost was the bigger breakthrough for us.
Make sure this information is correct.
So those tools are really what allow us as a team to put huge amounts of content into a world and be able to manage it without, going completely insane. And I think over the years we've gotten better at how do you make a huge game and still keep it manageable and still be able to define the experience for the player.
The experience gained working on Morrowind and its sequel Oblivion prepare Bethesda for the Fallout 3 project. What do you think is sort of the overall philosophy of how you guys approach these games?
I mean, the big thing for us, and the reason we wanted to go get Fallout in the first place, is at its core, it was still about, go do whatever you want and be whatever kind of person you want. So how they go about doing it and what kinds of experiences you have can be very different.
Excellent. Excellent.
At its core, that's what we like to do. We like to just go crazy with, can I do that? Yeah, sure. Whatever you see, whatever you want to go do, it's up to you.
Coming up on X-Play's Fallout 3 special. Get ready for Todd Time. One of gaming's biggest names will tell you what's the recipe for success. Then the crew at Bethesda explains what it takes to make an RPG shooter and how to turn your character into an unstoppable killing machine. Plus, we explore the decimated future of Washington, D.C. and see how it was all created. You'll learn the ins and outs of VATS and see how easy it is to take down your foes with the push of a button. All that and more right after this.